Ryan Steinekert with Ashley Brown of the Rich Rebels. Coach, a 1-1 weekend last week against 2A opponents. I thought your win over Duchesne, the best you've played consistently for 4 quarters all season.
Yeah, I agree. I thought our kids did a great job in all aspects of the game. We were able to score the ball really well. They ran their sets well. We defended well and we rebounded well. So by far our best effort as a whole. And, that's something that we tried to build off on the next day. And we played pretty well the next day, but we struggled at certain times. And it was a good game for us, and, we need to learn from it.
You did that against Duchesne coming off a break. You're going to take a few more breaks this season?
Well, that's what I tell these guys. If we work on something, it seems like we get worse at it instead of better. So maybe that's the key to us winning.
You'll have to tell me more about the Friday night game against Westside. It was close. It sounded like all the way, and they pulled out by just a few at the end.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was back and forth. They had some really good guards that we had to try to keep the ball in front of us, and they could shoot the ball well, so we had to defend above the three-point line. So it was good for us because that's what we're going to see this week in the 3 teams that we play. They're all going to be perimeter-oriented and like to spread you out on offense. So it was a good test for us. We just went through a couple spells where we didn't get some rebounds when we needed to, and then defensively we had a couple breakdowns where they got layups and then we fouled them, and and that was the difference in the game, just those couple of possessions. But hopefully we learn from it, and hopefully it makes us better.
Do you feel like the shooting is getting better? Are guys getting more confident? Are shots coming easier, or are they going down better?
I think we're getting the same shots. We're just making a few more than we did early on in the season. And, a lot of that has to do with they're spending more time with the basketball because of practice and stuff. And we usually become better shooters the longer we go in the season. So, just hopefully we keep being able to shoot the ball and get into the basket. And if we can do that, hopefully give ourselves a chance to win.
You've got a tough week this week. I mean, you're at home for 2 of them, but it's still probably your toughest week so far this season.
Yeah, no question. Bear Lake is a very good team. We've already played them once, and they've beaten us. Tabby's one of the best teams in our classification, as well as ICS, with the new kid transferring in. So we got our hands full with all 3 games, and 2 of them are very, very important because they're league games, and it places you for the state tournament.
What did Bear Lake do when you played them at their place to shut you down? So, I mean, you had like 34, 32 points.
We just struggled shooting the basketball. We had open shots. We just didn't make them. But they do a very good job defensively. They're one of the most aggressive teams we'll play all year as far as defensively. So they make it hard on you. They make it so that you have to be very good in your sets or you don't get a very good shot. And, a lot of that is credit to them guys because that's what they're able to get their kids to do. So, it's going to be a test for us, but it should be good for us.
You took care of the ball well when you were at their place. And were there things you did that made that happen to help, keep track of it and keep the turnovers low?
We just talked about before, anytime you play Bear Lake, as soon as you get the basketball, you're going to have somebody coming after the ball, whether it's on a rebound or whether you're starting up the floor. And, and our kids did a good job of making sure that they didn't just turn and throw the ball. They turned and looked. And then our guards did a good job of when they were getting pressured to give the ball to somebody else. And that's what they're going to have to do again on Thursday.
Looking ahead a little bit, because I know the focus, at least initially, is on Bear Lake. But as you mentioned, Friday and Saturday are region games. And Tabiona, very good. What makes them so good this year?
The thing with Tabby is all the kids they put on the floor can score. So they just spread you out, and if you fall asleep and don't get out and defend, they got kids that can make baskets, and so that's going to be a challenge. And they've also got kids that can get to the basket, so it makes it hard for you to stay in front of them. And then ICS is a team that's very similar. They'll spread the floor on you. They got that new kid that's their point guard who basically controls the whole game for them, and he's big, so he's going to be hard to defend. So those 2 teams will be very similar in the way we want to try to defend them and make sure that we don't give them any open looks.
Good luck this week with the 3 teams, especially for starters, Bear Lake on Thursday. Thanks for your time.
You betcha. Thank you.